Your brain thinks scrolling protects you from failure. It doesn't. It protects you from success. Right now, you're stuck in a specific psychological pattern that has nothing to do with laziness and everything to do with how your nervous system responds to ambition. You have dreams, you can see yourself succeeding, but when it's time to work, you freeze. This isn't about willpower. This is about neuroscience. And today, we're breaking down exactly why you're stuck and how to finally move. Before we go deeper, honest question. How many hours did you waste yesterday avoiding the one thing you know you should be doing? Drop a number in the comments. No judgment, just awareness. You wake up with good intentions. Today's the day. Today, you'll finally start that project, take that first step, do the thing. But then you check your phone. A few minutes turns into an hour. Half the day evaporates. I'll start after lunch. You'll tell yourself, lunch pasas. You're tired, unmotivated. Tomorrow, when I have more energy. The cycle repeats. At night, you lie in bed, drowning in guilt, disappointing yourself, promising tomorrow will be different. But when tomorrow comes, the motivation's gone. You're back to scrolling, avoiding, doing anything except what you know matters. This pattern's been running for months, maybe years, and you're starting to wonder if you'll ever change. Here's what's actually happening neurologically. You're living in constant internal conflict. One part wants achievement, sets goals, imagines success. Another part wants safety, ease, protection from failure. Right now, the comfort-seeking part is winning, not because you're weak, because your brain is hardwired to avoid pain and seek pleasure. When you think about your goals, your brain registers threat, effort, uncertainty, possible failure. So it offers an easier option. Scroll, watch videos, do something that feels good now. You get a dopamine hit, discomfort disappears. Your brain learns that avoiding goals equals feeling good. This isn't laziness. This is your survival system misfiring. Your brain thinks it's protecting you, but it's actually stealing your future. Every day you avoid your goals, you're building a habit of avoidance. Every time you choose comfort over action, you're teaching your brain that your dreams don't matter. Every night you feel guilty. You're reinforcing the belief that you're not good enough. You're creating a cycle that compounds. While your brain protects you from short-term discomfort, it's destroying your long-term happiness. You think you're just not disciplined enough, that successful people have some quality you lack. But discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you build through small decisions, one choice at a time, rewiring the neural pathways. Here's what you're getting wrong. You think you need motivation to act. You don't. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings come and go like weather. You can't build a life on motivation. You need structure. You need systems. Successful people don't wait to feel like it. They act despite resistance. Every time you take action, when you don't feel like it, you're rewiring your brain, teaching it that discomfort isn't dangerous. Start absurdly small. Not work for 3 hours, work for 15 minutes. One paragraph, one phone call. Doesn't matter how small. What matters is doing it, then doing it again tomorrow. You're not trying to be perfect. You're trying to be consistent. If this is hitting different, hit that like button not for the algorithm. But as a commitment to yourself, I see the pattern. I'm ready to change it. Subscribe if you want more psychology that actually explains why you do what you do. Now let's talk about the real enemy. You're probably dealing with perfectionism. You have such a clear vision of success that anything less feels like failure. So you wait for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect feeling of readiness. But perfect never comes. Ready never comes. While you're waiting, life is passing you by. Perfectionism isn't about high standards, it's fear disguised as excellence. It's your brain giving you permission to never start. Because if you never start, you can never fail. And failure is what you're actually terrified of. You're afraid that if you try and it doesn't work, you'll have to face the truth. Maybe you're not as capable as you thought. That fear is It's easier to stay in the fantasy dreaming, planning, imagining without ever testing reality. Because as long as you don't try, You can still believe you'd succeed if you wanted to. But deep down, that belief is hollow. Here's what you need to understand. Failure isn't the opposite of success. Inaction is. When you fail, you learn something. When you do nothing, you learn nothing. Every person you admire has failed more times than you've even tried. So how do you break this? Accept the hard truth. You're never going to feel like doing it. You're not going to wake up bursting with energy to work on hard things. You're going to have to do it anyway, especially when you don't feel like it, because that's when it counts. That's when you're rewriting the code. Change your environment. Your phone controls you more than you realize. Remove it. Turn off notifications. Clean your desk. Make distraction harder than focus. You also need to stop consuming content about change and start being the change. You don't need more information. You already know what to do. Close this video after it ends and do one thing. Just one. Your first attempt will be terrible normal. You're not trying to be great. You're trying to start. Here's what will happen. You'll feel resistance. You'll want to quit. You'll have days where you fail. That's okay. Progress isn't linear. What separates people who succeed from people who stay stuck is simple. They call me back. One bad day doesn't become a bad week. One mistake doesn't become an excuse. They acknowledge a setback and return. That's the secret. Just keep coming back. And stop beating yourself up. Guilt doesn't motivate you. Shame doesn't make you better. Practice self-compassion. Talk to yourself like you talk to a friend. You messed up today. Tomorrow's new. You didn't do everything planned. Do one thing right now. Forgiveness isn't letting yourself off the hook. It's giving yourself permission to try again. You're not lazy. Lazy is what you've been doing, not who you are. Who you are is someone with dreams, with potential, with the ability to change. You've just been avoiding discomfort. Now you understand the psychology. Understanding is the first step. Action is the second. Take one small step today, then another tomorrow. That's how lives change, through small, consistent choices that compound over time. You're capable of so much more than you've shown yourself, but nobody's going to do this for you. You're the only one who can break this cycle. Go be the person you've always wanted to be. Starting right now. Educational content only, not professional advice. If struggling with mental health, consult a qualified professional.